Well, we're here at the Manx Museum. It's the first of the government roadshows. Already quite a few people here in the audience, and it's still a few minutes away from starting. Pleasantly surprised or expecting a packed house?
No, I think there'll be genuinely a good amount of interest in this tonight. It's filling up well. This is the first time an event of this type has ever been attempted, so we really have no precedent to go by, so we don't really know how it will turn out in terms of the attendance or indeed the input from the audience when it gets underway.
What's the rules of engagement tonight?
Well, it's essentially a response to the comments which I've had over the last few years, but particularly over the last election, that there was a general feeling that government has been poor at communicating with the wider public, poor at listening to what the public has to say. And this is a first attempt, at least, to respond to that and start to build bridges back with the community again. We've just had a very, very difficult budget. It'll be the first of a number that'll come up over the next few years. And we want to go out on the road now and hear what the reaction is and what ideas the public might have to help us to get through these difficult times.
Looking around the audience, there's a few familiar faces that will undoubtedly give you a hard time.
Well, we're here to listen. I hope it'll be respected what we're trying to do tonight. It's a genuine attempt to reach out to the public, to engage with the public, to listen to them, and hopefully for the public to listen to the problems we're having to face on our side as well. I hope it'll be a constructive evening and won't degenerate into single issue domination. But we will see. It's the first time we've tried it, as I've said. It's very much suck it and see tonight. I hope it'll go well and it'll be recognised for what we genuinely are trying to achieve.
A little small demonstration outside. It wouldn't be politics without a little demonstration these days, either.
Well, it's a democracy. People are free to express their views. We are in very difficult times, and obviously some of the issues which are going to be addressed are going to be sensitive and will cause a reaction. As I've said before, none of this gives me the slightest bit of pleasure as Chief Minister to be presiding over these changes, but we are in a difficult financial situation. We have just lost a third of our income. We've got to find ways of rebalancing the books, otherwise the core public services will be cut even more severely in the future. So this is a short-term pain, I hope, for long-term gain.
A few announcements came out, then it's all gone a bit quiet, people demonstrating against that. When's the next tranche of bad news?
Well, education had to be first because the education year starts in September.
But when's the next lot going to come?
They will come out over the next few months.
In next weeks, months?
Yes, it will come out as the departments develop their reaction to the budgets. The headline figure has been agreed for each department. How that money is spent within the department is very much down to the individual minister and department to decide on their priorities initially. And that's what's happening at the moment. So we will hear the news as and when these things develop. But it will be over in fact, over the next 2 years. Bit by bit, we will be doing our best to rebalance the budget, but at the same time doing our utmost to protect what have to be the core public services that everybody wants.
What do you make of the census? I mean, the numbers here are up, more economically active people.
Yes, well, it's a reflection, I think, of the success of the Manx economy over the last few years.
Do you think we'll be able to hold on to them now?
Well, again, that depends on the emphasis that government puts on economic growth and diversity. It is absolutely at the forefront of my priority as Chief Minister. If we haven't got economic growth, we haven't got the jobs for our people, we haven't got population growth, we haven't got tax revenues coming in to maintain the public services. So economic growth is absolutely paramount for what we have to do. And I hope if we can focus on that, put all our efforts into attracting new business to the island, then the population will be stable and strong, and we'll be able to maintain full employment and generate the tax revenues we need as well.
Finally got a strong team here. When's the reshuffle going to be?
No reshuffle yet. We're very happy where we are.
Plans of reshuffle?
I have plans for all sorts of things, but it would be premature to give any thoughts away at this stage.